Hey everyone, welcome to Momma from Scratch. My name is Emily if you are new, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some more Dollar Tree Christmas DIY decor ideas that are on the Winter Wonderland theme. I did a video a few weeks ago and you guys absolutely loved it, and if you haven't seen it, in case you are new, I'll leave that link down below or an eye in the sky for you to go watch next. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and as always, if you are new here, hit that red subscribe button, also the notification bell, that way I can continue to inspire and motivate you to unleash your creativity on a budget. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, for the first DIY, you're going to want this ornament sign, some white paint, a paintbrush, and then I did end up going in with some sandpaper to get the glitter off the sign. If yours doesn't have it, you don't have to do this step, but it definitely needs to be removed. Then I went ahead and went in with my white paint and brushed that all the way over the sign. And I like the Waverly chalk paint because it's really thick. With this, I ended up doing 2 coats and letting it dry between each coat, but that's all I needed. Then you'll need a Sharpie or a paint pen and then a word printout of your choice. I decided to do this one with the Rae Dunn inspiration and make an ornament sign out of it. This font is called The Skinny, and I just used it in Word and printed that out. Now I am tracing it onto my board. I thought that the pen mark would actually go through, and it did not. So you could use some carbon paper underneath, or you could freehand it the way I am doing now. This font is pretty easy to freehand and it's pretty forgiving as well. So you could leave it just like this, but I decided to go in and also thicken up the letters a little bit, giving a little bit more of a bolder look. I thought about leaving it just like this to be really traditional, but I decided to add a wreath around it, so I'm just freehanding a circle all the way around the believe word, and then I'm going to go in and just go opposite direction with the leaves here. And again, you can use a paint pen, paintbrush, or the Sharpie like I'm doing here. And this is how it turned out. It's super easy, and you can transform the sign so many different ways. I am going to be showing you another way to do it in just a minute, but I wanted to show you guys another DIY first. So sticking with the Winter Wonderland theme, you are going to want some glittered ribbon, a candlestick holder, a foam tree, a microfiber towel that's found in the automotive area, and then your glue gun, and you're just going to wrap that towel around the foam tree. And you could maybe cut your fabric first into a triangle shape if you wanted to save yourself a little bit of time, but sometimes I like to do things the hard way. You just trim off the excess and then you'll just glue that all the way down. I really like their microfiber towels, they're so furry. Then I'm just adding a little bit of glue to the very bottom here with my ribbon. This is wired and it's kind of messy. I use this in my DIY gift wrapping video, so if you haven't seen that, you can go watch that. It's really pretty, really pretty on a Christmas tree as well. Wrapping it from the bottom didn't work right, so I decided to wrap it around the top and kind of make a cone shape and then glue it down to the bottom. And then fixing any extra pieces as well, you'll want to just bend those pieces in and then just glue them down because the tree shape is a little bit thin. Then you can take E6000 or your hot glue gun and then just glue that down to the candlestick. This one's really simple, you guys, but it would be great added to your decor or your centerpiece or even on your mantle. For the next DIY, you're going to want a wood tree, a little wooden dowel, the same ribbon, a little pot. You're going to want your choice color of paint. I'm using white, black, brown, and then some white glitter, some pine cones, and then some burlap ribbon. I'm going to start by dry brushing the tree with the white paint, and dry brushing is basically just taking a little bit of paint on your brush and you'll just work the rest of that paint off of the brush, as you can see how it's doing this here. And I go in the direction that normal tree branches would grow, that way you can see that texture in the sign itself. And I will go in while it's still wet and take my white glitter and spread that all the way around. You could use Mod Podge to adhere this as well, and then you'll just brush off the excess and kind of shake that off. Then for the pot, I decided to, instead of leaving it gray, because it is a plastic, I decided just to paint that black. and then I went in with a little bit of brown paint, kind of making it a little bit rougher, a little bit more on that farmhouse side. Again, you could probably just paint this white or leave it gray. Then I took these pieces of burlap ribbon and just cut them so that they would just fit around the wooden tree under each tree branch, and just glue those to the back of the tree. Really simple. You guys can decorate this however you want to. Decided to take my pine cone and maybe add that to it. I thought about putting them all the way down, but I wasn't quite sure. So for the wooden dowel, you're just going to glue that to the bottom of the tree, and then don't make the mistake I did, pre-drill your little container, that way you don't make a massive hole in it. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut 3 different sizes in the ribbon, and I'm just pinching it together and then I'm twisting it since it is wired, and then you have yourself a little bow. And I just glued that right on to the burlap, and I cinched the burlap, just pinching it towards the middle. I liked the way it drew up the tree a little bit and made it look a little bit more tailored. I know this DIY might not be for everybody, but I think it's still kind of cute and has like a different vibe to it. I don't know. I still liked it. But I will say I wish I would have done something else with the bottom. The bottom needs to be fixed, but it works for now. The next one, I am going to be using that Dollar Tree sign again, and this time we're going to be flipping it over using some Mod Podge and then some wrapping paper. This one I actually got from the Target dollar section. I do know that Dollar Tree does have a red and black one, so if you can find that, that's great. All I did was trace around my sign, then cut that shape out, and then you'll go in with your Mod Podge and you'll just brush that all over the ornament sign. And the thing I like about this is that you can get 2 different looks to one sign. I really like this. Make sure you have plenty of Mod Podge on there, and then just attach that by pressing it on and then getting out all your air bubbles. I love this print, you guys. I'm obsessed with it. And then in Dollar Tree in the kids area, they do have this glittered foam, and it comes in a package with a couple different colors. You can print out whatever words that you wanted to say. I thought this one would be cute with the word joy, and I realized I did my J backwards, so I'm showing you guys what not to do. That way you guys can do it right the first time. So make sure when you do your J, you cut it out backwards. And then I cut those out, place them on there, and you can place them however you want, figure out your design. I decided just to keep them placed in the middle, and then you're just going to use your glue gun and glue those down onto your sign. So now you could completely leave it just like this, but I wanted to dress up the top of the ornament. So I have this burlap lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I just tied it into a bow and then folded over the other 2 ends and just tucked them into the back of it. I thought it just had a better look than the ribbon kind of coming down on it. And then you can glue that together as well if you wanted to. You don't have to tuck it in. And then just take your hot glue gun, add a little bit of glue to the top of it, and then press that on. And you could leave it just like this, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to add a little pop of red, so I cut out a circle in the red foam and then continued to cut that so it kind of spiraled around, and this is how it turned out. I really love both options for this DIY, and I liked sticking it in the wreath, or you could simply hang it on your door. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these DIYs. Let me know which one was your favorite. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and if you want to see more DIYs, you can click here on the right of the screen, as well as some wrapping ideas. And I'll also leave a couple different playlists down in the description box below if you need more Christmas DIY and decorating ideas. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.